Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today is the first video of almost a month. You know, I like to do months of brands, right, when I have the whole lineup and enough bottles. And I am bringing you Casa Centinela Tequila, yes. And I actually have the whole brand new lineup, all these brand new bottles. Where's the Reposado? Here's the Reposado. Got the Blanco, got the Reposado, and then can I get it into the shot? Move over. We got the Añejo is there as well. So the next 3 weeks, I am going to be reviewing all three expressions, doing that vertical flight, right? Starting with the Blanco, the Reposado, Añejo. Each bottle is going to get its own video. Then, of course, at the end, I'm going to make that tasting all the way across. What's making this unique as well is, can I even get these bottles in? I have reviewed both of these. Yes, the claisco line from Centinela, right? So are these the same as these? Are they just different bottles? Is it different tequila inside, right? Well, I'm going to be showing that as well. So today, let me get some of these bottles out. Remember, stay tuned for all this, all right? So the Reposado next week, and then after that, the Añejo. If you do follow the channel, you know I have reviewed Centinela before. I am a fan of Centinela. I use them a lot on my Instagram stories to make cocktails. I mean, for me personally, it truly is a really great secret. It's kind of like an underdog, unknown. You don't see this a lot, but when I tell you the agave taste on this and how this shines through in a cocktail, and for the price point, absolutely. So today I am going to be reviewing this new bottle. We got this short bottle, right? And I'm going to be comparing the two. So stick around. This is coming back, but the focus right now truly is this bottle right here and Casa Centinela itself. So Casa Centinela, there is a story right here on the back. Let me get that in focus. There we go. So Casa Centinela, it's going to keep going in and out, right? So Casa Centinela was actually founded in 1904 in Arandas, Jalisco, right? And they're using high quality agaves. They're letting their agaves mature for 8 years. It keeps coming in and out. There's a story on here. Go check this out. It's not going to come in because of the bottle in the background. But regardless, it's just kind of the story of Casa Centinela. There we go. My finger helped. So it's a bit of the story of Casa Centinela, and they've been doing this for a very long time, since 1904. And we got Jose de Jesus Hernandez, all right? And there we go. So this is the brand new bottle. You can go check that out. Go to their website. Just got your regulatory stuff up there. Casa Centinela up top. We got it's the fields, and there we go, the distillery in the back. And this is 40% alcohol coming in at a 750 ml bottle. It's that like short little stubby bottle. So this is the Blanco. What makes this Blanco unique is they are actually resting this. You can't tell, but they do rest this for a few hours or a few days. All depends on the master distiller. So, I mean, does that truly impart something? Well, you got to think a bit about it like a recipe, right? If you ever have a recipe and it says maybe you take some garlic, fresh garlic, you then roast garlic maybe for like 10 seconds, and then you really deep roast garlic for like a few minutes. The flavor profile is going to differ greatly, right? And it's truly whatever the chef wants. So even when we think about just fresh raw garlic and maybe some garlic that's been roasted in a pan for even something as 10 seconds, right? Really hot pan, that flavor profile is going to be completely different from each other, and especially different than from a garlic that's been, roasted down into maybe even a black style garlic. It's been in the pan maybe for a few minutes, right? So that's why when you say, why are they even bothering taking all of this Blanco, putting it into a barrel just to rest it for a few hours? Well, that's the recipe of the master distiller to then get the profiles and flavors that he or she wants. So super cool. I am going to open this up. And like I said, I am then going to compare this short bottle with the tall bottle that says claisco on top. And I appreciate you being on this journey with me. All right. So with that being said, let your bottles unscrew It's a screw cap. All right. So it's just a plastic screw cap here. 1904, the founding of the distillery, right? And I'm about to pour this out. I appreciate y'all being here with me, especially if you've seen the other videos for sure. And thank you. If you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? So like I said, I am going to try this one first, and then I'm going to bring back the Classico bottle, the big tall bottle, and I want to pour these side by side and see if there is any difference in aroma or flavor that I can pick up. But I definitely wanted to, pour this out first for sure and go from there. All right. So taking a look at the legs and tiers, this is, let me move this to the side and try to get that into focus. That is not coming into focus today. What is going on here? Oh, wait, there we go. All right. So that's sticky. Yeah, that's sticky for sure. You could tell that's not moving anywhere right there. I don't want to get my finger in it because I knew it was going to take the focus off. But you can see that is really not going anywhere. That's been up for some time. That's a pretty sticky. You're going to get a full mouthful on that, right? And that is, with the Classico, it is surprising. Just an unassuming bottle. I've shared even before. It kind of looks like Tabasco. So, if, you're a fan of Tabasco sauce, kind of got that Tabasco looking flavor on there. Once you see it, you cannot see it. My apologies. But even with it just behind camera, I can smell the agave wafting over. I love that word, wafting over the camera. So when I take a... Oh, yeah. And that's why I say Centinela is a sleeper hit. There's so many people out there. They just consistently, they're the, tequila experts, tequila snobs, right? They're the tequila people, but they just sit and drink the same exact brand over and over and over. Are they pushing it? Are they truly feeling that way, that that's the best ever? I mean, hey, I can't speak for nobody, but there's so many bottles of tequila out there that are really, really good, but you never see. This, to me, is one of those bottles. Centinela, for sure. I am a fan of it just because of how versatile it is. It's great to go in a cocktail. It's great to sip neat. And it's at a price point that will allow you to do both. And that's something then, too, where, hey, sometimes you get a real great agave forward tequila. It might be pretty pricey. You don't want to put it into a cocktail. Well, if you're making a cocktail, a lot of times, if you're making a agave spirit cocktail, you should have that agave shine through, right? So it's a trade-off. That's really, too, why I like Centinela, just because of the quality, but also the price point. It can go a lot of different ways in cocktails and neat. And overall, it's something I dig for sure. So this is definitely a balance of roast agave and raw agave for sure. You're getting both. It's not overwhelming on either side. And there is a difference between roasted agave and fresh agave for sure, that raw agave, right? A little bit of ethanol on there, but it's definitely more agave forward. When I take in that real deep, like inhale, I am getting some alcohol. That's that ethanol, but it's floral also, which is interesting. You're getting like... When I say floral, kind of like flowers. If you go to like a fresh batch of flowers, maybe like a bundle, it's got quite a few in there. Red, yellow, gold, purple, right? Like you're getting some floralness, and then you're also getting some of that vegetative, like veggies, because of that raw agave. But then it also, again, that cooked agave truly is front and center, but it's not. You know what? I'm going in right now. We're going to do this aroma. So let me get this over here. We're going in right now. I was going to smell and taste first. Oh, I lost the cap. But we're just going to go in right now. And again, thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it for sure. So let me get this Classico in. Let me get these into shot. And let me pick up this top off the ground so I don't keep the bottle open. All right, there's the top. Just a plastic screw top as well. And get that back on there. So with the Classico, right, we got the tall bottle, very similar in the legs and tiers. I know it's not going to come up, but very similar. I'm looking at it off camera. And let me take a sniff again of this. Okay, I'm taking a sniff of the tall Classico bottle. Okay, there's a difference for sure. There's definitely a noticeable difference. This to me has more like a floralness to it, whereas this has more of a vegetal taste to it. So this definitely has veggies there, right? But the floral aroma was more pronounced. It was more front and centered and forward than the veggies, whereas this, it's a bit more veggie. You're getting a bit more mineral in the Classico compared then to the shorter bottles. Definitely a bit more floral for sure. But there's even like some citrus. It's interesting. It's definitely, and that's why I love, and stay tuned because I am doing the whole vertical flight. We're doing the Reposado next and the Añejo last. And yeah, doing these side-by-side comparisons are amazing. Highly recommend it for any brand because you then get to really taste the nuances and the differences in recipes that the master distiller is going for. So yeah, this is more floral. This is more veggie forward, more mineral forward, a bit more agave, like in a roast agave sense, where this is roast agave, but it's also giving you some flavors of some aromas. Haven't tasted it, of raw agave for sure, but I think that kind of plays into the floralness of it. Let's take a sip. We're going the short bottle first. Salud. Cheers. Okay. Ooh, okay. I felt that going. That's man. So you're definitely getting agave, cooked agave, but pepper. There is a pepper that shined through that was not truly there for me on the nose. It was more floral in the aroma, but as it hits the tongue, that is very pepper forward with agave as well. Whereas, ooh, man, when I felt that. But no alcohol, no ethanol. There's no ethanol. There was some ethanol in the cup, but going down, I'm not getting ethanol. I'm getting more black pepper and agave for sure. The flowers are there too. It's kind of bitter. It's even more bitter. Like if you've ever actually had an edible flower, it might smell aromatic, but then when you bite into it, it's kind of bitter, like a leaf, right? That's what I'm getting with that. That's interesting. Now trying the Classico. Let's get this in. Yeah, way less floral. Sip. Cheers. Oh, yeah. So that's interesting. I am getting, for me personally, I'm getting a bit more agave on the Classico than on the short bottle. The pepper, there's definitely more pepper here than there is here. This tastes a bit more, like I was sharing, like earthy. It tastes a bit more veggie. It tastes a bit more mineral forward, right? Compared to this, which is more flower forward. So you're getting both. You're getting the agave for sure, but this is more of like a pepper flower. This is more of like a veggie mineral. Same exact, again, Blanco, Blanco, Tequila, Tequila, right? The same brand, Centinela, Centinela, but it goes back then to the recipes, right? What are we trying to get out of this? What are we trying to get out of this? It connects to many different processes and even price points. And even at the end goal, what do I want to make this bottle for? Who is it for? What is it going to be used for? And that's where then tequila for me, agave spirits, mezcal as well, is so interesting because when you start thinking about it as a chef cooking a recipe, that's exactly what these master distillers are doing. So let me take again side by side. After it's sat, oh, that agave is coming through for sure. And this as well. So as you let your spirit sit, the alcohol kind of dissipates and you're really getting some of those real in your face flavors. What's really cool too is after I do tastings, there's times where, man, I don't wash the glasses immediately. And before, like maybe hours later, I come back and it's like, oh, you take a smell out of the cup, try it, pour yourself something real nice agave spirit in a cup. Don't wash it out after you finish it. Come back a couple hours later and smell it. It's amazing. So taking a sip. Yeah, as it sits, and like I said, those flavors are starting to shine through more. But overall, definitely black pepper flower for sure. And then over here, Yeah. More of a mineral veggie. So, hey, we've got agave on both, but if we're talking that what's really separating the two, definitely flower pepper, definitely veggie mineral. That's what it is, and that's what I'm sticking to. All right. With that being said, I appreciate you being here. If you've not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. I'm going to finish this out, and I appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody.